Yeah. All right. So like, even when it's talking about different beasts, man, you know, you could even go back to Leviathan because you got the actual beast Leviathan, but then like we talk, man, just a Jake Green, especially in Philadelphia, you like, yo, man, the bull beast, man, you know. So that's like a slang that we use, man. And what's that? That goes all the way back to the scriptures, man. You know. So when John the Revelator saw this NATO and all that, he like, damn, man, they some beasts. They beasting the shit out of people. You know. And matter of fact, that goes to back to the Roman Empire, man. Because what the Romans did, man, they beasted the shit out of people, man. Even the Greeks. You know? But the reason why I said that, this is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 6. I'm gonna start at verse 48. It says, "For the dumb water and without life brought forth living things at the commandment of the Most High, that all people might praise thy wondrous works. Then didst thou ordain two living creatures, the one thou callest Enoch, and the other Leviathan." Man. So that's talking about he created man and he created beast, man. You know? Matter of fact, keep going. It says, "And did it separate the one from the other for the seventh part, namely where the water was gathered together, might not hold them both. Until Enoch thou gavest one part, which was dried up the third day, and he should dwell in the same part, wherein are 1,000 hills. But until Leviathan thou gavest the seventh part, namely the moist Shalakia, namely the moist, and has kept him to be devoured, of whom thou wilt and when, man." So that right there, that Shalakia, man, I'm trying to bring out another one, but that right there is talking about man and the beast, man. The Leviathan, the actual beast Leviathan. You know? And when it's talking about Enoch, that's why I said where man live at. Man lives on land, man. Leviathan what? Look, that's in the sea, man. He said he gave him parts mostly moist, man. You know? As a matter of fact, while we're on the topic of Leviathan, you grab Job, I believe it's 43rd chapter. Because we going to get into this Leviathan, man. 43rd chapter? Okay. Hold up. Chapter 41.
41 and 1?
Yeah, something like that. Run through it.
From the book of Job, chapter 41, and verse 1. "Canst thou draw out Leviathan with the hook, or his tongue with the cord, which thou lettest down?"
Yo, that's how bad this is, the actual beast Leviathan. And this is how bad this animal is that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua created. Because you know how Salak, you could go into the sea and fish. Even matter of fact, you can even grab sharks and all that shit, whales and all that shit. But Leviathan, you ain't getting that shit off on him, man. Go ahead, man.
Verse 2. "Canst thou put a hook into his nose, or bore his jaw through with a thorn? Will he make many supplications unto thee? Will he speak soft words unto thee? will he make a covenant with thee? Wilt thou take him for a servant forever?
Damn. Yo, that's damn. And yo, what Esau like to do, man? Esau. Matter of fact, what was that dude name? The Steve Irwin, man.
Yeah.
The crocodile, whatever the fuck.
Crocodile.
Yeah, kind of crocodile. So what Esau like to do, they like to go around and conquer different animals and try to make them pets. But Esau's not doing that to Leviathan, man. You know? And yo, this how you know that the scriptures is true, man. Because it was a movie back in 1989 when I did have cable. My shit got cut off. A movie kept coming on named Leviathan. So that name just ain't a magically appear out the sky, man. That's how you know these Edomites be reading the Bible, man. And it just so happened that this Leviathan that they was talking about in the movie was a sea monster, man. So where you think they got it from, man? Out the scriptures. They ain't get out the goddamn Quran. You know? Go ahead, Al. Well, you better stop walking with your enemies, bro.
Yeah.
They gonna kill your ass, nigga.
Get out.
Yeah, cut. Exactly. That's exactly what that is.
Verse.
He in the sunken
Right.
spot.
In the second place.
Cut.
The floor.
Yeah, exactly.
Sink this shit.
Yeah, cut.
Verse 5. Wilt thou play with him as with a bird?
Damn, see that?
Or wilt thou blind him for thy maidens?
Cut.
Bind. Select it. Or wilt thou bind him for thy maidens?
Cut.
Maidens. Verse 6. Shall the companions make a banquet of him? Shall they part him among the merchants?
No, good, no, there you go. And that's right there letting you know, because Esau, they like to eat a whole bunch of bullshit and call it a delicacy. You know? Like anything that they find, yeah, it could. And that would be a particular seafood. But this is gonna be an animal that Esau's never gonna sink his teeth into, man. You know? He ain't gonna sink his teeth into that. It's gonna be the opposite way around, man. You know? Read that part one more time, Baba Kashar.
From the book of Job, chapter 41 and verse 6. Shall the companions make a banquet of him? Shall they part him among the merchants?
That's right. That son say, shall they part him amongst the merchants? So what you do? What they doing? They go get seafood and all that. A food period. They parted amongst the merchants. They distribute it. They're not doing that with Leviathan, man. And what's crazy about that, man, because the movie Leviathan, like at the end, the Jake got killed by Leviathan. And the Edomite, man. Matter of fact, it was the dude that played in RoboCop. He played as RoboCop. He went, I think he shot a flare gun or some shit and it killed Leviathan. So that's how, and that's another way you know that Esau always wants to be on top, man. And guess what? In his movies, of course you can do that. But whose movie is this ultimately, man? It's the Lord's movie, man. Feet.
Man, what's going on, man? Bro? How you doing? You alright, bro? All right. How you doing, man? Chilling? Yeah. ASD. I remember the last. Yeah. South Philly.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Canst thou fill his skin with barbed irons, or his head with fish spears? Lay thine hand upon him. Remember the battle. Do no more. Behold, the hope of him is in vain. Shall not one cast down even at the sight of him?
Damn, yo. This say, well, can't one cast down at the sight of him, man. So what's that mean, yo? When they see this, this beast, this animal, man, they gonna faint, man. Like, yo, you know how you be watching them scary movies? All right, bro. You saw you be watching them scary movies, man, and you know, the Edomite woman, she faints when she sees something scary. Oh, that's how they go. And this is gonna be, matter of fact, you can pick the toughest nigga in your neighborhood right now, man. A dude that swear he got all these bodies, man. He might just very well have all these bodies, man. He might be a cold gun. But when he see Leviathan, he gonna faint like a bitch, man. He might even scream like, oh! You know? He get like, yo, because once you see something like that, and like, yo, and the only people that's gonna be preserved or protected from Leviathan is the men of the Lord, man.
That's right.
But everybody else out here getting devoured by Leviathan, you know? Man, they not to shoot. Oh well, man, at least it ain't no critics. That's judgment to whoever that was, man. But while everybody else getting devoured and all that, like you gonna have men walking with their woman and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know how the dude always like, y'all gotta protect me. They gonna throw that bitch like, yo, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? The same niggas that what you call them, Captain Saber hoes, man. You know?
Don't save her.
Exactly.
She don't wanna be saved.
And then, yo, cut. They gonna throw that bitch right to the fishes. And then you got these women that want to go after these niggas. Why? Because they got money. You know, they might got a nice car and all that shit. But once they see Leviathan, they throwing your dumb ass at Leviathan, man. You gonna be looking for a man of the Lord in these times, man. A man with understanding that knows what's going on, man. Who the Lord ordained to know what's going on, man.
None is so fierce that dares stir him up.
Hey.
Who then is able to stand before him? Slocket. Before me.
Damn, yo, read that part one more time, man. Because I just was talking to a brother about this.
From the book of Job, chapter 41, and verse 10. None is so fierce to dare stir him up. Who then is able to stand before me?
That's right, man. So, yo, if you can't stand before Leviathan, man, and the brother read all the things, like dude's gonna be passing out, fainting at the sight of him. That's like what the movie Godzilla, man. Like if you see a big ass reptile type of creature walking down the street crushing buildings, you think niggas not gonna pass out or faint? You might shoot your little gun. Where you think they get that? Where you think they get Godzilla from, man? They get it from the scriptures, man. You know? Why? Because they gonna try to shoot the tanks at it. Rocket launchers and all that bullshit ain't gonna have no effect, man. The same thing they did to Godzilla, man. And King Kong, man. But if you saw something walking down the street like that right now, 10 times out of 10 a nigga gonna pass out. They're gonna faint, man. They're gonna be horrified, man. So if you can't stand before that, how you gonna stand before the Lord, man? And he created that. So that's like light work compared to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah, man.
Who has prevented me that I should repay him? Whatsoever is under the whole heaven is mine.
Damn.
I will not conceal his parts, nor his power, nor his comely proportion. Who can discover the face of his garment?
Damn.
Or who can come to him with his double brittle? Who can open the doors of his face? His teeth are terrible round about.
Damn.
His scales are his pride, shut up together, as with a closed seal.
Damn.
One is so near to another that no air can come between them. They are joined one to another. They stick together, that they cannot be sundered. By his deceit, a light doth shine, and his light out of his mouth go burning lamps,
That's fire, man.
and sparks of fire leap out.
There you go, man.
Out
Yo,
of,
where you think they get that whole fire-breathing dragon from, man?
yeah, that's right.
It's Leviathan, man.
Hey, man, that was weird.
But yeah, man, where you think they get them fire-breathing dragons from, man? Leviathan, man. So everything is referenced back to the Bible, man. Why you think that they want to try to cut this book out, man? And going back to that movie, the preview I saw makes me think about the scriptures, man. Because it's called books or something like that. So what's the main book they trying to take away is the Bible. The same way they did it in the book of Esau, man.
That's right.
That's why they try to water it down with the new King James New version and this, that, the NIT version, all that crazy shit, man. Because if you change a word, it loses meaning, man.
That's right. That's
You know?
right.
So that's what they try and do, and they try to switch the whole meaning of it up, man. Which is crazy, man. But they know that these scriptures, man, also hold it tells they demise, man. And now the truth is out here so heavy that that's why they want to take the Bible away, man. Because you got people listening, and then you got people not listening, but the people that's not listening is really listening, man.
That's right.
That sounded kind of crazy, but you know, they really listening because they hear it. And you got it to the point where some niggas like, man, they'll just wait for it to happen. You know? Them last minute niggas, man. Like, oh, when I see it, then I believe. But then that lets you know right there that you don't have faith, man. Because we don't see America's destruction right now. We believe it's going to happen. Why? Through the scriptures, man. And also through the prophecy, man. We don't see martial law on American streets right now, but we know that it's coming, man. But you're gonna have certain people that then once they start seeing those things, then they're gonna want to try to come back, asking for answers. When right now we giving you all the answers now. And that goes back to our famine of the word. Amos 8:11.
Verse 20. Out of his nostrils goeth smoke, as out of a seething pot of cauldron.
Listen. Yo, when I was reading this, man, I was just imagining that shit, man. Like, yo, when you see, like, man, when you see that shit, like, what the fuck? You see and then, yo, and the average person in America They never saw. Matter of fact, not even in America, in the world, man. They never saw no beast like this, man. What's the main thing you see? A dog, a cat,
Right.
a bird.
Even everything else that you see is
Yeah,
a variation of a dog, a cat, or a
Exactly.
bird.
Yo, and look how niggas, an average nigga, a bitch. If an alligator, matter of fact, F an alligator, man. If a raccoon ran up here right now, niggas would run. Oh shit. The average nigga. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta the scale with this right here. Like, come on, man. These niggas they gonna be out their wits, man. They might try to kill themselves and shit. Like, yo, you ain't getting me, man.
I love myself.
You ain't cutting.
It's a big.
Exactly.
His breast kindleth cold, and a flame goeth out of his mouth. In his neck remaineth strength, and sorrow is turned into joy before him. The flakes of his flesh are joined together. They are firm in themselves. They cannot be moved. His heart is as firm as a stone, yea, as hard as a piece of the nether millstone. When he riseth up himself, the mighty are afraid. By reason of breaking they purify themselves.
The mighty, that's talking about the military, bro.
That's right.
No? They gonna be scared to death of that, bro. Say when you rise and fuck, man.
The sword of him that layeth at him cannot hold. The spear, the dart, nor the Habergian. The Habergian. Verse 27. He esteemeth iron as straw, and brass as rotten wood.
No, read that one.
From the book of Job, chapter 41, and verse 27. He esteemed iron as straw, and brass.
Esteemed iron as straw, man. Yo, man, iron is a tough ass metal, man. That's if you think about a piece of straw, like with us, man, you could just snap in the head, man.
You can't do that with iron.
Okay. But that's the way Leviathan is going to do iron, man.
Iron is a straw.
Yeah. Like, matter of fact, I just was watching who was that, man? That old Bruce Lee movie. I think it was Fist of Fury. And one of them, when the Edomite, the Russian boy, Edomite, he grabbed the steel joint, he wrapped it around his arm and shit like that.
Right.
I'm looking at this shit
now.
Yeah, matter of fact, when I seen that it was like a piece of rubber.
Chinese connection?
Yeah, I think it was one of them.
Especially the dragon, I think it was.
But he wrapped it around his arm.
Yeah.
But he ain't snapping in two.
Right.
You know?
He can only bend it.
Gun. Well, Leviathan's snapping that shit, man.
Gun.
And then, the detail that this book is giving you, going with Leviathan looks like and all that, man. Like, come on, man. There's no way in hell, like, man, people got a rude awakening, man. Because there's actual animals that's in the sea that hasn't been explored yet, man.
That's right.
That's why the scriptures say he set their boundaries, man. You know? So they only got but so far out in space. But they ain't even discover everything on the face of the planet Earth yet, man.
That's right.
And they not going to. But they so worried about going out of space, man. Setting up satellites and all that. Why? Because they looking for them chariots, man. Because they know that their time is coming, man. They just don't know when. Like the scriptures say, man, no man knows the time of the hour, man. You know? The Lord gonna come like a thief in the night.
Verse 28. The arrow cannot make him flee. Sling stones are turned with him unto stubble.
Yeah, so that arrow, that's talking about the rockets, man. And all that. The missiles. That shit ain't gonna make him flee. He gonna look at, he gonna laugh at this shit like, ha, ha, ha. Like you think about a wicked ass laugh or some shit. You know what I mean? That's how he gonna be, man. Go ahead, right?
Darts are counted as stubble. He laugheth at the shanking of a spear.
Like I just said, man. Just think about a wicked ass laugh. What's that Austin Power drum? Moo-ha, some shit like that, man. You gonna laugh at that shit, man. You know? Shaking up a spear, that's like you shaking a gun at him or something. You know? Or you trying to move your weapons towards you and all that. You gonna laugh at him. You gonna be like, are you fucking serious? That's a classic. That's a classic. You got the whole engine out. Put a couple dollars up. Right. We could have put that on himself. Guarantee you sell drugs, bro. That's the only niggas that be buying shit like that.
I don't know. I knew somebody used to make these joints on West Street. I ain't like that's not like really that like a whole joint like that. But he be having like go karts and stuff like that. So I be like, yeah, somebody can do that. And maybe he got me engines in the grounds too. Like, the dude just build it stuff. I just be like, damn, dude, you just be out here. You might as well just build a whole car and sell that junk. That's nice right there. Yeah. Sharp stones are under him. He spreadeth sharp pointed things upon the mire. He maketh the deep to boil like a pot. He maketh the sea like a pot of ointment. He maketh the path to shine after him. One would think the deep to be hoary. Hoary, right? Hoary, right? Upon earth there is not his like, who is made without fear.
Damn, there you go, man. So upon the whole face of the earth, there's no creature made like Leviathan. You know? And this is the actual beast Leviathan, bro. So out of all Yahweh Shah's creations, it's nothing like that. And guess what? Leviathan's not going to touch the men of the Lord, man. But he's set up for an appointed time also, man.
He may give him a species, he just by
himself. Exactly. He just Leviathan.
Oh, what's that? That's Leviathan. That's Leviathan.
Yeah, cut.
What family he part of? He by himself. Yeah. You over there try to defend if you want to.
Cut, man.
Everybody try to defend him with the food.
Cut. Exactly, man. You know? That was it on that? It should be right. Yeah, we can stop. Matter of fact, go to